Hi guys and welcome back to our FIFA 18 on the move career mode. It's our brand new series. So in the last episode, in the first episode, it was a very short one where I explained the rules of the series. So if you have somehow managed to get to this episode before seeing the first one, I highly recommend you go back and check it out because some things may happen that you don't understand why I'm doing it. So anyway, in the last episode, I asked you guys to do a few jobs for me, including choosing our formation for the season. And remember, with the formation, once it's decided, we cannot change it for the entire season, regardless of injuries or anything like that. It has to stay the same. I also asked you guys to tell me what players you think we should sell, and of course, what players you think we should buy. So first of all, let's talk about the formation. So, as you can see on my fancy piece of paper here, what I've just done, I've just gone through the comments, all of them, every single one. I've written down every formation that was mentioned and then tallied up how many times it was mentioned. And surprisingly enough, which I didn't expect, it was a flat 4-4-2. I don't know whether you can see that at all. Let's have a look. Yeah, 4-4-2 got 3 votes. So that's what we're doing. We've got a flat 4-4-2 for the season, which is different. I haven't used that formation in quite some time in any FIFAs really. I'm more of a 4-2-3-1 guy myself. But that's interesting. Anyway, so on to the selling of players. You guys seem to favour selling the aging players more. But the one player that was mentioned a couple of times in the comments was to sell Ricardo Montalivo. So I will be putting him on the transfer list right now. He's worth 5 million, so we could get a decent amount for him if we do get a bid in. Now, on to the exciting stuff, guys. So I had to scratch my head a little bit to decide who to go for, how we should do it. Should we go for one massive player or scatter a few signings about and get 3 or 4 signings that are worth like 10-15 million? Because we do have quite a big budget. But then I thought to myself, AC Milan in real life, they've basically done their own rebuild this season with loads and loads of signings. So I think what I'm going to do is go for one signing that stuck out like a sore thumb in the comments. And that would be our sort of star player for the season. And with us now going with a 4-4-2, and we only have 3 strikers, this guy can play as a right winger and as a striker. So it does make sense as well. And that guy goes by the name of Sadio Mane. So we are going to try and go for him. I'll try and get him for as cheap as humanly possible. If it doesn't go to plan, then we will go to plan B, which will be to get maybe 2 or 3 players from that list. I have got a transfer hub full of players from your guys' comments, and obviously if we do go for any of them, then the shout out will be given to the person who I saw it from anyway. But as of right now, Sadio Mane is my top transfer target. I'll try and get him for as cheap as possible, like I say, but we will see how that goes. He is a player that I don't think I've used at all in FIFA 18, so it would be someone I'd be really excited to use. He's a different player, he's got bundles of pace, he can score, he could shoot, he could do the lot. So we're going to go to approach to buy him. It does say he's worth between 38.8 and 55.7 million. So let's see if Jurgen Klopp will let us go into contract negotiations with him. Hello, Mr. Klopp. Can I buy your star man? Okay, so it said he's worth between 38 and 50 something, didn't it? So I will start the bidding. We'll say 42 and see if they will bite on that at all. Okay, so they want 55.5. They also want to include a selling clause of 10%. Right, we'll counter that. Okay, so we've added a higher selling clause and just brought the transfer sum down a little bit. He wants 54 million now. Okay, we're just going back and forth here a little bit, guys. I don't quite want to spend our entire transfer budget on Sadio Mane, but if that needs be, then that needs be. So 50 million, will you take that, Jurgen? 54 million. I think I may accept that, guys, you know. I think I might just do that. 54 million for Sadio Mane, 25 years of age. He's rated 84. He's going to be incredible. I'm going to accept it. 54 million. So now we will be going into transfer negotiations with Sadio Mane. But what I'm actually going to do with negotiations in this series is something that was suggested to me a million times during my rebuilding Sunderland career mode. Because what I was doing was going into the negotiations and end up spending loads on wages, whereas a lot of people kept telling me to delegate. So I will do that. He's currently earning 150k a week. Is there a sort of suggested where to go? I don't want to do too much. 170k or 165k to, let's say, 225. We'll see how that goes. Because when you delegate, you do kind of cancel out the added bonuses and stuff like that, don't you? So that could save us a little bit of money as well for the transfer window going forward. Okay, guys, so the Sadio Mane offer has been accepted. He only wanted 165k, which I know is a lot, but it's only 15k higher than what he was on in the first place. A 5-year contract, which doesn't really matter much to us. It don't mean much because we're going at the end of the year anyway, but that's a bargain if you ask me. Contract-wise, so we will accept that. And now Sadio Mane is an AC Milan player, which is an absolutely incredible signing if you ask me. It's a fantastic suggestion by you guys as well. So after that signing, this is how our transfer budget is looking. We might be able to just squeeze another transfer in if we do manage to sell Montalivo as well, or Montalivo. I know I'm probably pronouncing it wrong and butchering his name, but we might be able to just squeeze in someone. So as of right now, this is probably how my first team lineup would be. Instead of Abate, I could quite easily put Conte there as well, because he can play as a right back as well as a right midfielder. Suso isn't the paciest of players, so I could put Mane there for now and then bring Suso on at another time. But even though it does say in FIFA that Mane only plays right wing, left wing, that's rubbish. I mean, because in real life, he was originally a striker for Southampton when he first signed. So I wouldn't mind playing Mane as a striker as well. So we are going to be simulating through the pre-season tournament, guys. If you've been around the channel for a while now, you'll know that I'm not a massive fan of pre-season. I find it relatively pointless apart from getting a bit more cash. We win 3-0 anyway. Bonucci, Mane on his debut getting himself a goal, and Kessie as well. So that's a fantastic result to start off this pre-season tournament. We do receive a transfer offer for Suso of 35.1 million, which none of you guys suggested to sell Suso or said that I should accept an offer if one come in. If it were just me, I would probably accept that without a shadow of a doubt, but I am going to reject it. Because remember, guys, I did ask, and I wrote in the comments of the last episode as well, leave comments of any players you wouldn't mind me selling if an offer did come in for them. And like I said, a lot of you guys did say to only sell aging players. In fact, there's a specific comment that says to sell anyone of the age of 33 or older. So that is what I'm going to stick with when thinking about selling players. Okay, so now we're going to simulate the next game in the pre-season tournament. I'm basically just trying to whiz through these, then we can get a little bit more money from the tournament and then see what we can do from there regarding transfers. Mane again gets himself on the score sheet, but Chanaloglu picks up a knock. I hope it's not too serious. And luckily, he's only out for 9 days. And we've actually just received an offer of 22.3 million for Bonaventura. Not interested at all. 27 years of age. He's not an older player. And this AC Milan squad is looking really, really strong at the moment because, like I said earlier, they completely rebuilt this squad. They've got at least 2 or 3 players for each position, really. I think the only position I'd really want to strengthen now is maybe another striker. And there is someone I do have in mind, but I don't think we have enough money. Obviously, it was it was a player that one of you guys suggested, but we'll wait and see how much money we can get from the tournament. So now we take on Valencia. Can we get ourselves another win? We do. Mane again for the 3rd game in a row, getting on the score sheet, and Rodriguez, who was just signed for AC Milan as well, getting himself a goal. 2-1, it's finished in that game. And now to our next game in the tournament. We have Arsenal. This will be a really difficult test for us. Can Mane get himself a goal again? We win 5-4 on pens, and it's Silva who gets the goal. So we're going through, and we're still collecting money as well. And we have now received an offer for Ricardo Montalivo. 5.3 million from CSKA Moscow. I might see if I can get a little bit more for him. Oh, we do have a loan offer here as well, which I'm going to reject. That strength in depth is definitely needed this season, so I'm not going to be selling or loaning anyone out right now. How much is he worth? Between 3.9 and 5.7. I might just accept that as it is. I am going to accept that as it is. I don't want to mess that up because there's one player in mind who I think we might be able to get if we get a bit more money in. And it's not the striker that I mentioned earlier because I checked his price and we're really outpriced in that one. But we are going to the final now of the pre-season tournament against Valencia. Can we win the whole thing? We win on penalties. Silva getting himself another goal, and Zaza getting one for Valencia as well. So we should get quite a bit of money for that. So our transfer budget has been pumped right back up there. We now have 17, 18 million to play with. And in my head, I'm bouncing around with what to do with that money. But there is one player I do want to go for, Ross Barkley, who was suggested by James there. So I'm going to point the wrong way. Ross Barkley was suggested. We might just be able to squeeze this deal in. Maybe, maybe not. He is in his final year of his contract, so we might be able to get him on the cheap. We'll have to see. We will go into negotiations with Everton. Ross Barkley isn't having the best of times with Everton in recent times, so it would make sense if he travelled abroad and tried to rediscover that form and that quality that we know he is capable of. So I'll put an offer in and see what we can get here. I'll start off with 16 million. It's a little low, but we'll see what he says. Oh, he's happy, Sam Allardyce. He's happy with 16 million and a 7% sell-on clause. I'm going to accept that. That's perfect. And I think that'll be an excellent signing for us to have a bit of youth in the middle, because we do have some relatively experienced players in the middle, and Barkley, I think, could be a breath of fresh air. So I'm going to delegate the contract talks. He's currently on 89k a week, so in delegating it, I'll go, say, from 95 to 135. Hopefully he's not greedy and messes us around. We'll just have to wait and see, guys. We could be getting our second signing of the transfer window, and it'll be another big one if he does decide to sign. Oh, and Ross Barkley offer accepted, 99k, which is brilliant. I think your guys' suggestions to delegate the contract negotiations is a really, really good one. It's worked really nicely in our favour. 99k, accept, and we have now officially signed Ross Barkley as well. I think that's two fantastic signings and two fantastic suggestions from you guys. And there is confirmation of Ricardo Montalivo being sold. I'm not sure how much money we'd have left now. I highly doubt it's much or enough to move around in the transfer window any further. If we look, now there's about 5 million to spend. There may be one more player we'd be able to squeeze in. And after looking around, I don't think we will have enough, but I am more than happy with the signings we have made. To be fair, I only thought we'd be able to afford Mane, so to bring in someone with the quality or the potential quality of Ross Barkley, I think is absolutely excellent. So guys, I have now fast forwarded through to the first game of the season away against Crotone. I think that's how you say it. I'm probably going to do that stupid Italian accent every time I pronounce any name I'm unsure of, so that is who we're against. We will show you now the first lineup we are going with as well. I'm really, really excited to start this off, but there is the lineup we're going with. We've got Donnarumma, Rodriguez, Masaccio, Bonucci, Abate, Mane making his debut, Barkley as well making his debut. I have set Barkley to get forward and Kessie to stay back when possible. Chanaloglu as well on the left, Kalinic and Silva up top. That is how I'm going to start the season with, well, this kind of lineup anyway. I will sort of experiment with Mane playing up front and stuff like that and try and mix things around a bit, but I do need to stick with that same formation as mentioned before. So let's get into it. And here we are, guys. It's a game under the lights. Ross Barkley there warming up for his debut for AC Milan. The first game of the season, and I can't wait to get this underway finally. And away we go. Come on, boys, let's make a good start to our career at AC. Here's Barkley coming forward immediately. Ross Barkley with a shot from range, and he dragged it wide. Got a little too excited there. Get your head on it. Well in. Good head. Go on, Kalinic. Need support. You just find Barkley now. He comes out wide. Barkley, can he get it in? He can! Straight away, Ross Barkley on his debut. Puts it in the lead. Just 7 minutes on the clock. And Barkley only needed that amount of time. What a start, guys. Barkley drops the shoulder. Brings it into the area and drills it past the keeper beautifully. It's 1-0. And they've left a massive gap for Rodriguez to get into. What is the keeper doing there? And we've scored. It's 2-0. I've never seen a goalkeeper do that before. Rodriguez has just lobbed his man, and we've got ourselves an achievement as well. Well, what on earth is the keeper doing there, guys? dinks it straight back over the top. And the keepers come rushing out. I've never seen, like I've just said, I've never seen a keeper do that in this game as of yet. But Rodriguez gets himself a beautiful goal. It's 2-0. Prize, we haven't really seen much of Mane yet in this game. But now Crotone do come forward. It's a good chance. It's hit the bar, come down. It looked like it crossed the line, but Donnarumma manages to punch it away for a corner. It's their first real opportunity there. The corner whipped in. It's cleared away. Abate. So Mane, it's the first time he's really had a touch, I think, and it is Mane with his blistering pace. We know what he's capable of. He's been knocked off the ball. Finds Barkley out wide to Rodriguez. Still a Rodriguez. Gets it inside. And again, have a crack. First time! That is an absolutely beautiful goal. And I think it's Kalinic that finishes that one off. Sorry, it's Andre Silva. I'm always getting players' names wrong. You'll get used to that. Andre Silva with a beautiful finish right in the top corner. Nice one-touch pass in between the strikers. It was Kalinic who knocked it on to Andre Silva. And the first time, he's bent it into the top corner. Get in 3-0. Incredible start in our first game for Milan. Come on, Mane. Go on, Mane. Go on, someone straight through him. Nicely done. Out right to Chanaloglu. Whips it in. And still in the box, surely. It's 4, guys. Just before half-time, we have made it 4-0. And it is Kalinic this time who gets the goal. It's an absolute demolition of this team, guys. What a perfect way to start the series. And there goes half-time whistle, boys and girls. It's a absolutely perfect performance so far. I think the opposition have only had one chance at goal. Barkley has been incredible. Mane slowly getting into the game, but it has been a real slow starter from him. I'm hoping to get him into the game a little bit more. 7 shots to 1, 55 to 45 possession. It has been a fantastic performance, and the formation is working excellently well as well. So let's hope for more in the second half. Get it away. They've turned up a completely different team, Crotone, in this second half, and they should have made it 4-1 there. Mane dinks one in towards the back post, surely! Headed miles above the bar by Chanaloglu. Now we am bringing a couple of subs on. Biglia is coming on, as well as former Sunderland player, well, he's loaned from Sunderland, Fabio Barini. Getting to him, it's a good chance now for a consolation goal. And they've hit the post and the bar in quick succession. They should at least have a goal back. They've been a lot better in this second half, to be fair. It's been a lot more even. Thank God we got those 4 goals in the first half. Nice play. He's tried to get it over to Barini. He does bring it under control. Still Barini. Tries to whip it towards the back post. Mane under control. What a finish and what a goal. Brilliant football. Mane with an absolute belter of a goal. He's just rocketed that ball into the top corner. Barini brings it under control. Dinks it to Mane. Fantastic first touch. What a finish that is, guys. That is what you pay 50-odd million for. And it's 5-0 on the opening day of the season. Still Biglia. And there goes the full-time whistle, guys. An absolutely dream start to the season. 5-0. We have won. Barkley being instrumental in that game and Mane coming through as well. 5-0. So guys, I was just about to end the episode there, and then I've scrolled across to check how much money we had left, because I was going to ask you guys what you think we should do with it or who we should sell. But if you look, we've got 17 million there, and I'm pretty sure after we sold Barkley, we only had 5 or 6 million remaining. So I don't have a clue where that money's come from. I've just checked through to see if we've sold anyone accidentally. We haven't. Every bid that's come in we've rejected, apart from Montalivo, or however you say his name, whatever. We have 17 million there and 151k in the wage budget as well. So honestly, I'm pretty confused because we already had the money from the pre-season tournament. So unless it's for shirt sales or something like that, but it's a pretty hefty amount to just give us for one reason or another. So that is the transfer budget we're still on, guys. So if any of you guys have any suggestions of who to buy, preferably a striker, but it's entirely up to you guys who you think we should go for. Leave a comment below, and if you have enjoyed the episode, of course, leave a like for me. It'd be massively appreciated, especially if you're excited to get this season and series really underway now. Subscribe to the channel as well to become a fully fledged member of the Sony Army, and of course to keep up to date with future videos. The channel's Instagram is also in the description below, so be sure to follow that for early updates on upcoming content. But for now, you take care and stay jammy.